I'm talking about the breath of life that moves through you is you. You can't afford not to have that. You can't afford not to be involved with that and treat that good, because if you don't, you can get a headache and a stomach ache and a backache and a leg ache and find yourself with dirt in your face. It's called dead. It's shocking to a lot of people to find out they're dead. And some people it's not shocking at all because they didn't know when they died. Must have been some people died 15 years ago and looking for a place to lay it down. We're talking about finding the place where you're going to pick it up. Where do you pick it up? Exactly where you are right now. Where's that? Depressed at the bottom of the barrel. Good news. What do you mean good news? No place else to go lower. Yeah, I never thought of that. Well, why don't you just stand on that place and let other people see where it is and let your life experience share and show them their life experience. But they'll think badly of me. They'll think that I'm depressed. Well, then they'll be accurate. Do I want to do it? Life is a risk, for goodness sake. Nobody got born onto this planet with a guarantee or a warranty. When you decide to marry somebody and you said, I do, you ought to say, I'll risk it. Because we're finding out by the divorce statistics that you don't. Or if they say, do you solemnly swear to take care of it, better worse, say, I'll take a chance. It's not a raffle ticket, however. Well, what's the chance? The chance is we're going to have a lot of fun together. How many of you here have ever gone down to Disneyland? You took a chance that you're going to have fun. How many of you that went down to Disneyland and had fun? How many, keep your hand up, how many of you who had fun also got a headache? Keep your hand up if you also got a headache. Okay, I'd like you to know that there can be pain and fun. Did you leave as soon as you got the headache? No, you stayed through till the coupons are all gone because that's what you paid for. Why? Because you're stupid and that's the way life is, and let's enjoy it. You might as well be happy. There's a song in the movement that says you might as well be happy even if you're feeling crappy. We said that, some of the ministers were singing that once at a party, and for some people, and a young girl who's now pretty well known in the world came up to me later on. She said, those people were ministers, weren't they? And I said, yeah. She says, when they sang that song? And I said, yeah. She said, well, how come they said crappy? I said, because it rhymed. And she looked at me real funny. I says, well, what does crappy mean to you? And she said, well. And I said, well, this doesn't mean the same thing. I said, have you ever shot craps? She says, yeah. I says, dice? She says, yeah. I said, that's what it is. You're taking a chance. She looked at me. She wasn't too sure if I'd made that up or not. I didn't tell her. I don't know if she's guessing till this day, but she still won't find out even tonight. But it is that you're taking a chance all the time anyway. And if you took a chance to get where you are and you don't feel good about it, why don't you take another chance? What are you going to lose? Well, I might take another chance and not feel good. That ain't going to bother you. You know what it's about. Well, what if I take a chance and I feel good? Try it and see. No, because then if I feel good, what if I take another chance and don't? Life is like that. Why does life have to be like that? It's not my idea. I didn't do this. I just come along to see what was going on. It was not fair. It wasn't set up that way. How was it set up? Perfectly. Oh, wait a minute. You mean this is perfect here? Yeah. How else do you think all of us could get along together? We can only get along if it's perfect. Well, I don't like it. That doesn't change it. Perfect and you don't like it. So what? But it is. Could it be perfect my way? No. Why? Because then there's 4.5 billion plus people that are going to be in hell for your of perfection, which isn't perfection anyway. It's an emotional strain you're going through. What do you mean, emotional strain? He didn't call you on the phone. That's right, and it ain't perfect. The phone rings. It's perfect! It's perfect! See what telephone did for us? It made things perfect. The perfection here and what we've got to deal with is being able to reach out and touch people. And I mean physically. And some people, it freaks them out. Well, maybe that's good news, because then nobody's going to touch them and we won't have freaky kids from them. But the rest of us, we're going to have kids that want to cuddle and be close and be loving and be human and nourish themselves and nurture themselves and have mom and dad. Or the youth authority. Say, I'm sure glad you were here. Except the youth authority. They may say, I'm sure glad you're here too, especially if you've been a credit to yourself. Not a credit to the family, because your being here is already a credit to the family. But what you do with the credit, that's the thing. When people extend credit to you, which is being a credit to your family, but extend credit to you, they're saying in essence, son, daughter, I have faith in you, and there's nothing to prove or anything at all that I can say why, but I do. From someplace inside of me, I just do. And the youngster hears that and says, I won't let you down. And at that moment, in my experience, is when the family comes family. And it may be the youngster with the son walks out the door and says, see you later, Dad. And that's family. Now I look at you people, and I just say, it's family. And I don't have any good reason for that. Because it just comes from a place inside there. And it just says, that's the way it is, booby. And if that's the way it is, that's fine with me. And all I have to do is just stay with that. As soon as I go off into my mind like, yeah, but nobody else is, it's like, watch out, you just left. You're no longer family. Because you're busy separating. People say, well, I don't want to get involved in all that stuff because I'm afraid I'll lose my individuality. And in that oneness, I'll say, well, it already is a oneness, and you already got your individuality, so what are you going to lose? It's all there. You go, well, I don't want to be like anybody else. You can't be like anybody else. You've been trying for years, and it doesn't work. Just be yourself. Jeez, what a challenge. I walk like the baseball hero. I laugh like the football hero. You get the idea? I got so many idols inside of me that I'm worshiping. I don't know who I am. Well, why don't you just look at what you do? And as you look at what you do, find out who's looking. Oh, yeah. That's easy. I'll just look back in and see who's looking. No, if you have to look back in, you're out there in the same thing you're out there in before. Well, how'll I know when I see it? That's a real tough one. But don't worry about it until you get back in there. Then we'll deal with it. No, I got to know ahead of time. No answer ahead of time. What do you mean there's no answer ahead of time? I can tell you what's there, but I don't know if you're going to be able to do it. Oh, I could do it if you tell me. Is that right? Yes, okay. I'm going to read to you now Madame Butterfly Opera, and I want you to sing and do all the parts. I'm just going to read it to you. Well, wait, I haven't had any training. That's what I'm talking about. You don't know how until you train until you get in there. Oh, well, that's not fair. I know. We're back on that? Yeah, somebody keeps bringing it up. But whoever it is that's on the unfair thing, get off it. Look, I can't go any further than this than you let me, because I said I'd be here with you. So if you want to give it all up and just move to what is, we'll just